Hello everyone. I had actually already recorded a couple of videos, but some of them were corrupted, so I'll just re-record all of them. Right, the first one is YouTube is broken. Now everybody is aware of the issues that we currently have with AdSense, with demonetization, things like that. That's nothing new. That's something that's been going on for a while now, and these issues seem to be getting worse and worse. At the minute I have videos that are demonetized, or rather not suitable for all advertisers, that are almost exactly the same or very similar to other videos that have been proven to be advertiser friendly. And because I don't get like 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, a million views in a day, those videos won't get looked at, which sucks because that is how I make money. Not that I make any money, and I'll actually show you how much money I make in actual fact. I can show you now. Create a studio. I don't want that. Right. So go on to the dashboard, and I will send you guys over to Phil's videos. We're all well aware of the issues that we've had with the demonetization and the things of those nature with regards to the Vegas shooting. Basically YouTube said that they don't put ads on any videos that are related to a tragedy. It's like, no, but why do you allow big networks, normal networks, mainstream media essentially, to overrule that part of your platform and put ads on videos that you said you don't put ads on? Now, the reason why this is an issue is it happened to me with the Manchester attack, and it happened with me also with the London attack, where I was going to put the money that I'd raised from those videos, even if it came out of my own pocket, the AdSense I would have got from those videos, and giving it to charity. But because the videos got demonetized, I couldn't. The same happened with Casey Neistat not long ago. He called YouTube out for it. YouTube said, well, we don't do adverts. And then a lot of people turned around and said, well, why is it Jimmy Kimmel and a couple of others, which part of mainstream media, have adverts on? And it's like, because they can circumvent the system. Well, don't allow them to circumvent the system. It shouldn't be one rule for creators and then another rule for mainstream media. If they want to run ads on a tragedy, let them do it on the networks, let them do it on cable, let them do it on TV. Don't let them do it on YouTube, because it is unfair for there to be one rule for Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel and all those, and then another rule for the rest of us. That's not fair. And it's like when Phil talked about it, he demonetized the video entirely, and I think he had a sponsor for that video, but he said, nope, that's not happening either. Pretty much like he did with the Daddy of Five situation. Now, that is annoying. There should not be a way for mainstream media to circumvent the system. Mainstream media should have to work with the same rules that the rest of us have to work with. Sorry, but that's true. Right. The other factor is, I'll actually show you my dashboard. This shows you for the last 28 days. Now obviously I'm only a small channel, but I'm just trying to do it so. And that is because a lot of my videos are demonetized. Now, the thing is, you understand channels like mine, Phil's, The Young Turks, any social commentary channel, any news channel to be hit with demonetisation and not suitable for all advertisers, etc. Now, the reason why this is an issue is because one of the most family-friendly group of channels has been hit. Matthias, who is the owner of a company called High Five Studios, which has multiple channels within it, which includes Team Edge Gaming, Get Good Gaming, Wrecked, and a handful of others. And he, in the last month, has gone down by 21 million views, because every so often he does a video which is called Doping Up, where he, in a previous video, he'll mention an item that's $300, $400, $500. And then he does a video that's just dedicated to that item. And when that happens, he's losing views on those videos for some reason. And the issue is, he is the most family-friendly channel on YouTube. One of the most. And, you know, they don't swear. A lot of the games they play are relatively harmless. You know, they're just basically like a group of big kids, essentially. And, you know, if he's getting hit by not necessarily demonetization, but if his videos aren't getting to his subscribers, and if his videos aren't being recommended like they normally would, then it's hurting his business model. And I won't put the video clip in here, but I will direct you to the video. I think it was Saturday's. It was either Saturday's or Thursday's video from last week, and it's the first 3 minutes where he's talking about it. And like I said, I understand me being hit, because I do videos where I talk about harassment. I do videos where I talk about serial killers, mass murderers, things like that. So I understand me getting hit. Obviously, sometimes when I do videos that are very similar to previous videos I've done, and I still get hit, even though the other one's advertiser friendly, but it's a case of, while I'm not over keen on the idea of Patreon, as most of you know, I do agree that for some channels it is a necessary evil. It is a necessary factor for the way that the channel is run, for the way that the whole, you know, the way a channel is run and the way a channel is portrayed is, you know, it differs for each channel. And when you have channels that are probably the most kid-friendly channels and they still get hit, it's unbelievable. Obviously, there's certain times of the year where the ad revenue differs. I'll put you towards Superwoman's video. She did a video on this either yesterday or the day before. And there's a couple of times a year where the AdSense is pretty good, because a lot of people are putting money into ads. So, which is usually back to school, Christmas and summer holidays, I think. And it's one of those things that even Superwoman gets pinched at certain times of the year because of AdSense. And it's not, when you're trying to run your channel like a business, it doesn't help. Obviously there are certain channels that have been blacklisted for whatever reason. I pretty much have to say Onision's been pretty much blacklisted. At the minute, any video I do that has his name in the title is almost instantly demonetized, whether that's him because he can't get me because of copyright, he's trying to get me demonetized. Also the fact that there's a lot of false flagging, and YouTube aren't addressing that, Onision being the biggest culprit, where he's false flagging copyright on certain items. YouTube, because they don't get involved in the copyright side, they're not pulling them up about it, which is ridiculous, because they should be doing, because it's not fair that he's false flagging other people for copyright. Right. And the other reason why YouTube is broken is there is a huge problem with regards to comments. I've noticed for the past couple of months that I'll have a video that in my dashboard will say 4 comments, and then I go into the community section on my Creator Studio part of the channel, and I'll go into the comments. I'll select that video in a drop down box, and it'll only show 3. I do have examples. I've already taken screen grabs because I was emailing them over. So I will put them in where I can and show you exactly what I mean. And I emailed them, and I mentioned fairly recent videos and said, well, it sometimes takes time for the comments to come over. And I said, okay then, so what about this video that goes back to May, I think it did, or something like that. And they went, oh. And this is the last email I got from them. Hi Simone, nice to hear back from you, and thank you for providing added information about your issue. We've consulted our technical team, and they've confirmed that there is a technical issue affecting comments. The engineers are hard at work and will implement a solution as soon as they find the fix. Unfortunately, at this point, we don't have a timeline for when this problem will be fixed, but we'll keep you up to date when we have more information. We appreciate your patience and cooperation. And it's one of those things that I don't know what those comments say. Those comments might have pertinent information that are with distinct regard to, the situation that I'm talking about in that particular video. I don't know now, because there's comments on videos I can't access. Like I said, this isn't going back a couple of months, this is going back like half a year. They expect us to abide by their rules, but when we have a question, it's ridiculous. And I want to go back to the Matthias bit for a second. I can get an email back with regards to an issue with comments, but Matthias can't get an email back with regards to why he is missing 21 million views. It's ridiculous that a channel, or should I say a group of channels as big as Hi-Fi Studios channels are, and he can't get an email back, is beyond ridiculous. And especially when, it's not just him. He employs 40 staff members to work for him. Yeah, granted, quite a few of them are family, but that's not the point. You still have to pay them. You still have to pay the wages so that they can feed their families and pay for a mortgage and etc. The problem with YouTube, as with writing, as with any unconventional job, is that there's no guarantee how much money you can get the following month. Now, as it stands at the moment with my AdSense, I can't pull any money out of it because I don't meet the threshold. Now, while my videos are getting a decent amount of views, a lot of them are demonetized. But it isn't going to stop me from making the content I'm making, because yes, it would be great if I had a bit of extra money coming in, but it isn't necessarily for us to live, for me to bring that extra money in. We have the money to pay the bills, we have the money to buy food and all that. We've got the money to do that, and we need to get these fixes in place. We need to get these issues sorted. YouTube needs to fix itself, and it also needs to, when people flag things, they need to go in and manually check, because there are videos and channels that are being shut down for being critical of somebody, but not necessarily causing harassment. But there are other channels that do cause harassment that are still active, and and then there's also the whole thing where there was a channel that got shut down due to harassing behaviour, but that person has another channel even though she's not supposed to. That happens with quite a few people. There is ways of going around it, but the fact that people are saying, you know, these are the issues, this is what we need to fix, this is what we need to sort out. These issues that we currently have with YouTube at the moment, some of it is because it seems to be one rule for everybody that's a normal creator, and then another rule for those that are of mainstream media. Now, I'm not being funny, but there shouldn't be two separate rules. And they've got to remember that the smaller creators, whether it's a channel as small as mine or PewDiePie, which is the largest channel on the platform, they need to give us a bit more support than they already are. Now, they could employ thousands of people to do jobs that need to be done and actually help with the recession, but they're expecting robots to do it, and they're expecting people to be honest, when Onision has proved that that can't be the case. You know, he proves he is the basic reason as to why nobody can be trusted. So, God, I'm giving myself a headache. Right. But yeah, if there's any other bugs that you know about, please leave it down below. This video will probably get demonetized because I'm being critical of YouTube. We shall see. But I'm hoping that during December I'm going to put out some extra videos. I don't have any horror based videos this week yet. I've just got the go ahead for one of my books, so I'll be doing a book trailer for that shortly. And I'm also doing a book trailer for the anthology I announced last week, that is released in just over a week. It's a week on Saturday that it gets released. So I'm doing 2 book trailers that I'll be doing for those. So, both of which I'm looking forward to. The one I've just got the go ahead for is book 3 of these. This is book 1, this is book 2, and there is a book 3. And I can't wait. I really can't. It's definitely an interesting story and an interesting take on things. And I will put in a few hints in the book trailer, and I'll probably explain what a book trailer is, either before or after the actual book trailer itself. So, both the one for the anthology I'll be doing as soon as I get all the images, and I'll be putting them together because I'll be putting mine together tonight. So I'll be doing all sorts of stuff like that. So there is some good stuff coming, I promise. Right. So for now, that's it. I'm going to record another 3 videos. Another one is probably going to be divisive and probably going to be demonetized, but the other 2 shouldn't be, cross fingers. But with a little bit of luck, YouTube will sort itself out, and I hope against hope that is true, that things get fixed, because especially as local channels, we are struggling to get anywhere, and it's hard. It really is hard to try and get to a good level of competency and of, you know, to even operate on the same plane as other YouTubers. And it's just one of those things. So stay safe, be good, have fun, and I will see you very, very soon.